When you still feel under the weather, but you still need to get dinner on the table. We're making soup today, plus artisan bread. Hello family, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. I am Vicki and you are with Grammy in the kitchen. Still fighting the head cold. My ears are stopped up, my nose is stopped up, got drainage going on. It's just absolutely no fun. I'm not running a fever, that's a good thing. Grab you a cup of coffee. Oh, it's so good. Hot tea, whatever morning beverage of your choice, but let's get this day started. We're going to be making artisan bread first. So I know I want soup, but I don't know what I want. I don't have the energy to make dumplings or homemade egg noodles, but I do. So I think I'm just going to use some store-bought pasta and put it in there. Maybe, orzo. We're doing orzo. I love it when y'all help me make my mind up. So in this bowl, I got 2 1/4 teaspoon of yeast, 1 1/2 cup of warm water. We're going to need about 3 1/2 to 4 cups of flour, but we're going to start off with 1 1/2 cup first. That makes our sponge. And 1 3/4 teaspoon of salt. So let me ask you a question. Since the last time we made bread together, when we did our New Year's Eve celebration video, making that cheese ball and homemade bread, and then the video before that we made our breakfast casserole with homemade artisan yeast bread, and I told y'all, get in there and make some bread. Has anybody made bread yet? This yeast bread is the easiest bread to make. It's just 4 simple ingredients. That's that. So I have a proof setting on my oven. I'm going to put this in the oven with the proof setting until it doubles in size. That's just going to speed the process. Now the soup's going to come together super fast. The reason is we've got frozen vegetables. I've got peas, green beans, and corn in this bowl. Plus we have our carrots, celery, and chopped onion in this bowl. Plus we have this huge bag of our leftover frozen turkey from our Christmas dinner. I'm only going to use maybe about half of this. So everything is ready. We don't have to do any chopping or pre-cooking some meat. It's all ready waiting for us. We just need to go get the chicken stock and get the pasta. It's going to come together super fast. So in the large Dutch oven, I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil. So we can saute our vegetables, the carrots, onions, and celery. We have a garlic puck. Alright, let's go ahead and put some salt and pepper. We season in layers. I have 1 garlic puck. That is just garlic pureed with olive oil, put into a puck shape and then frozen. Now we're going to add our carrots and our celery. Okay, sorry, we died. Alright, so I have the carrots, the celery, the onions, and the garlic with some olive oil in this pot. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of this chicken broth powder. Just 2 heaping spoons in here. And I have 2 quarts of chicken stock or chicken broth. You can use store-bought or home canned or home frozen, or if you got some chicken bones or any kind of meat bones, just go ahead and make you up a quick thing of chicken stock and use that. We're going to go ahead and add all our frozen vegetables. This is green beans, peas, and corn. And this is probably 1/3 of that big bag of frozen turkey. Just going to go ahead and drop that in there. Now we're just going to let that come up to a boil, thaw all those vegetables, and then once it comes to a boil, then we'll add the pasta. We're using orzo today. Lid on, leaving a small little vent right there. And then I went ahead and weighed out 8 ounces of orzo. Okay, the soup is starting to heat up beautiful. But I do want it to come into a roaring boil before we add the pasta. Our artisan bread is rising beautiful. I'm going to give that another hour. And the soup is boiling. Let's taste it for salt and pepper. Oh, that is so good. This is just 8 ounces of orzo. And orzo is a rice-shaped pasta. But use any kind of pasta you have on hand. Doesn't really matter. I just wanted something small. You've got tortellini, that'll work. Just didn't want anything big like a macaroni or a bow tie or a ziti. I wanted something really small. So that's why I went with the orzo. So we just need to cook that for about another 5 to 7 minutes until that pasta is done. And then we need to shape our bread and get that in the oven. And then dinner will be ready. I got the blue Dutch oven in the oven warming up to 375 degrees. We need to go ahead and get our bread ready to bake. So I have parchment paper. We're going to add a little flour. And here's our artisan bread. A little bit of flour on the top. And we're just going to cut about a 1/2 inch deep slits. That just gives us some expansion room. If you have a razor blade, please use that. I do not have one. I don't know why, I just don't buy it, but I don't think about it until I make bread. That's all we're going to do. Now we're just waiting on the Dutch oven to warm up in the oven. The Dutch oven is hot. Go ahead and put our artisan bread inside this big old pot. All right, lid back on, back in the oven. for about 30 minutes. 375 degrees. Hot Dutch oven, hot oven. Alright, it's been 30 minutes for the artisan bread. Let's take the lid off. And we're going to cook it for another 25 minutes. Okay, the artisan bread has cooked for 30 minutes with the lid on, 25 minutes with the lid off, and it is ready. We want to make sure this cools down completely before we cut into it. But our pan is hot. Set that aside. Look at our bread. You hear that? Alright, we're going to let that cool off, slice into it, and we can actually turn this bread into a grilled cheese sandwich if we want, or toast it. But I'm just going to eat it just regular artisan bread with some delicious turkey pasta soup. Our bread is still a little warm, but I'm going to go ahead and slice it to it. It's not piping hot anymore. Still steaming. Look how beautiful that is. Oh, that's gorgeous. And our delicious soup. Orzo is cooked to perfection. Oh, yummy. Let's go ahead and make a bowl of soup. With some artisan bread. Perfect soup for when you're feeling under the weather. So are you doing the pantry challenge? How's it going with you? So far, we're able to make meals with things we have in the house, including a delicious soup. When you just don't feel like cooking a real meal, you don't feel like chopping vegetables. It's so nice to have just vegetables in the freezer, ready when we are. So good. And some delicious homemade bread. Great for sopping up some of that broth. What are you having for dinner today? What are you making this weekend? Were you able to save some of your Christmas meat, whether you had ham or roast or turkey, and get that in the freezer so you can make a future meal from it? If you don't mind, give this video a thumbs up. While you're at it, please subscribe. I would love to have you part of the Grammy family. And my Azure order kind of got shifted around. Hopefully the next video will be the Azure haul. And don't forget, Judy has a video coming out on Thursday. Please check it out. A Girl in the Garden. I'll put her YouTube channel right there. I'll also have it written in the description below. Go check her out. And I can't wait to see what you got coming, Judy. This is a collaboration that Judy and I are doing together. Videos out every Thursday dedicated to our collaboration for the pantry. Hashtag Pantry Challenge. Right over here, you're going to see 2 videos. Go check those out until the next upload. They're either going to inspire you to get in your kitchen, make a delicious pantry soup, or give you a chuckle. Either one is fine. And don't forget, make some bread. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye, family.